Ladies and gentlemen, gamers of all ages, welcome to this Holy Grail Games video. My name's Jamie.
And I'm Georgina.
And we are here today to give you a playthrough of Titan, our new game on Kickstarter, this big bad boy here. Now, before we get started, the usual reminder, everything you see here it's very nice, it's very pretty, but it remains a prototype. So it is subject to a little bit of change, even if, as you no doubt know if you've already read the Kickstarter page, it is more or less finalised. You never know what's going to happen. Okay, so without further ado, let's get stuck in. We have already done all of our preliminary installation.
We have.
So we have placed down our bases.
Yep.
We have placed down our original pipes, our drones, our first rig.
Yep.
We've gathered all the resources that we get for our starting hand, as it were, into our hold to begin the game with. We drew randomly to see who was going to play first. Georgina is foreman, so she will be playing first. And without further ado, well, of course, if you'd like to read more about the installation process, there is the link to the rulebook on the Kickstarter page, but we're just going to dive straight in.
Well, the basic rule is it's a T-shape, isn't it?
It is,
kind of. Three pipes, your base, your first rig, and then an ice tile.
Nice. And we randomly generate the position of the two remaining ice tiles.
There you go. Easy
there
as
we
that.
go.
So,
all good?
Easy as that, they said. Okay, so I'm first player, so I get first pick. Now that we've done our basic setup, I get to choose my first platform, rig, from here, from what's available. So I already have a blue rig set up as part of my initial deployment. I'm gonna...
Nothing stops you from taking another blue, of course.
No, it doesn't, but there are some nice rigs here. I think I'm gonna go for Silicium, actually.
So there are 5 different colours of rigs,
Yep.
Linked to different resources. Each player takes one at the beginning of a round, and the other ones that are not taken are removed.
Yep.
Obviously, these will be coloured plastic. You can see we haven't had the undersides of them painted, so don't worry about that. So you have your rig. Where would you like to put it?
I'm going to actually place it on the outside ring.
Okay.
So I'm going to put my rig here. So what happens when I do that? I score 3 points.
You score
for
3
the value
points.
of the
So
rig.
3 points for B. 1, 2, 3.
Yep. I get to take these 2 resources. So these 2 deposit tokens are discarded. I get 1 water cube and 1 silicium cube.
You turn them into resources, basically.
Now these do not go into my hold. They go into my shuttle here. So that is going to my dropship. So that is basically going to be what I'm going to be doing for this round. So those are my 4 turns. I'm going to be able to place 2 pipes and put 2 resources into the hold.
That's the one. And finally, we just fill up the rig with the resources that are shown on it. So 3 tholins and 2 deuterium. Okay, so now it's my turn. Georgina has already taken the silicium rig. I cannot take that one. So there are still some good rigs available.
Yep.
Normally, the more polluted a building is, the more victory points it is worth. So the more tholins is on it, which can lose us points at the end of the game if it gets into our hold. Makes it better in victory points. But if we want to purchase that building, we've then got to manage that pollution. I already have a hydrocarbon rig.
Yeah.
I think I'm actually going to take a titanium rig.
Okay.
It's worth 4 points, and between hydrocarbons and titanium, maybe I can get a drone strategy going here. So it's worth 4 points. So I score 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can place it anywhere on the board. Doesn't have to be next to my rigs or next to my pipes or anything. I could place it to annoy Georgina or whatever. So I am actually going to place mine. I'm going to place mine here. Hup. So I get 1 water and 1 silicium, which goes straight into my shuttle. And any free spaces we fill up with pipes. Once again, recap of all this in the rulebook, which is available for download.
Yes.
So now we have both placed our rigs. Sorry, I just have to fill mine up with cubes, obviously. 1 thing at a time. There we go. And done. Now we can begin the action phase.
Yep. Okay, so I'm going to go first. So you have your basic action and your drone action, and then one other thing you can do is you can, at the start of your turn, spend a titanium to buy a preliminary action for your drone.
An additional action.
I think I'm actually going to do that.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 titanium immediately to move drone 1 here.
Okay.
That's my preliminary drone action. I'm then going to place down a section of pipe. I'm going to place it here because that has a handy water cube available. So I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Yep.
So I get 1 water cube for that, for where I place the pipe. And then I have a drone here, which is going to be docked and lending its power to this building. It's not currently loaded. It has nothing else to do. So instead of generating just 1 silicium, this building generates 2.
Exactly.
So
you
I
take
take
2
2
cubes,
of those,
and those, however, go straight into your hold,
They do.
not into the shuttle.
Exactly.
Perfect. Okay, so that was your action.
Yeah, I can now do my regular drone action, should I so wish.
Has to be the same drone, however.
Does, yeah.
Drones are numbered 1 to 4.
Yeah.
You have 4 player actions per round. I'll let you guess in which order they need to be activated. So
Yeah.
even if you've already activated it this turn, you still need to activate the same drone.
Absolutely. So in terms of what I could do with it, I can still... So drones always have to move first and then perform an action. I could move the drone somewhere else and have it kind of hang out there or go and start moving cubes around for me. Honestly, I think it's of most benefit to me right where it is because it's also going to reduce the cost of that building should I want to upgrade it. I'm actually going to leave it there.
Okay.
So there we go. One thing I can do is I can actually go ahead and fulfill this order immediately. So this is a planetary order. You can do these anytime during your turn. I'm going to do that. So I discard straight from my hold. Always good to remember, straight from the hold of your ship, nowhere else.
You cannot spend resources from your shuttle. It has to be in your hold first.
Yeah. So that comes here. I get 2 points.
You do indeed. 1, 2.
And now the next order is available. So that is water and titanium.
Which you could do now, but you can only do 1 per turn.
Yes. So 1 order per turn.
Okay.
The one other thing I could do at the end of my turn is take control of a building. I don't currently have enough silicium available to be able to do that. So it's your turn.
My turn then. Okay, so I also have my shuttle with my 4 actions. So what am I going to do? I'm looking at my resources. I'm just trying to figure out what I can do to basically optimize my actions. So, I mean, you've put that near to me. I could connect straight to yours because even though Georgina has put this down, it does not belong to you. It is company property.
It is.
Therefore, any employee can use it, but certain employees can upgrade it in order to make it better for them.
Yeah.
But I do have a good kind of like annoying strategy going on here.
The power to annoy.
Exactly. The best one. So I am also going to do a preliminary drone activation. So I spend 1 titanium. I take my drone number 1. He's going to come here, and he, however, is going to pick up this red cube.
Oh, I wonder where that's going to go.
I wonder indeed. Bearing in mind I've got a load of hydrocarbons, so I can move him for free later on. But we'll get to that in a minute. So, next action, I can either draw up resources into my ship, allowing me to gain those resources, which I can then spend.
Yes.
Also allows me to play for time if I need to do certain things. But I'm not going to do that. I am actually going to tunnel downwards towards the core. Now, whenever you go down a level, you take 1 pollution. There's a lot of effort to dig down, obviously. And that is my main action. Now I have my main drone action. Remember the first action, I bought that with my titanium, so now I can do my normal one. Drones can move for free within your network, so to any rig or space to which you are connected with your pipes. However, if I spend 1 black fuel, I can move anywhere on the board. So I'm going to spend that 1 black fuel, obviously. I'm going to take my drone, and I'm going to move it here. And then I can do my action, which is going to be to release that cube onto your rig, onto your base even.
So when you release the cube onto my base, what happens is it comes straight into my cargo hold. There's no way I can dodge that. I've got it. I've got it. So,
however, that has taken up a titanium, a hydrocarbon, and an entire turn of drone activation. Admittedly, it's fun to mess with people, isn't it always? In board games, obviously. But was that the best use of my action, my turn? Who knows? Only time will tell. Anyway, moving on.
We're here for a good time, not for a long time. So back to me if you are...
I am done.
Okay, so I can go ahead and place another section of pipe. Another thing I can do is also... it's another way of kind of optimising your building activations. I can see you're going for the core.
Yep.
I'm not going to be able to get there this turn no matter what I do.
Nope.
So I think I'm just going to carry on with my sort of original strategy of
you do that.
Just going for the gold. So I've spent a titanium to pre-activate. That allows me to put my second drone here. I'm then going to put down my section of pipe there and activate this building again. I now have 2 drones there, plus the building. That gets me 3 silicium, which is cool.
So as a reminder, you have on the upper layer, you have 3 pipe slots between each rig.
Yes.
Middle layer 2, lower layer 1.
Yes.
You can connect to a building in the same direction as many times as you want. That's not an issue.
Yeah.
However, not all of the pipe placements give you a free resource, which is why she picked up 1 earlier, but not now.
Exactly. So basically, these spaces are now all filled up.
Exactly.
There is one thing I can do. I can spend titanium to use a drone to destroy those pipes and then relay them should I need to reactivate this building in the future.
That's it.
For the time being, we're all good, but it's always a good thing to have. You never know.
That does give you a lot of silicium,
It
however.
gives me a lot of
Taking up a lot of space. You should get rid of that.
I probably
That silicium
should,
is burning a hole in your pocket.
It is. So
If you had a pocket big enough.
I do.
Space pockets.
Space pockets. So the cost of this building to upgrade would usually be 7.
Yep.
Basically, what it is, it's the number of available outlets around it. So basically, the number of times that building can be activated constitutes its worth.
Exactly.
It's already been activated 3 times. That subtracts 3 from its value.
Well, activation, to be more precise, how many pipes are actually around it.
Yes.
You start blowing up pipes and reactivating it.
Sure.
So, I'm being nitpicky, but...
So what he said, and then 2 drones are there, so that subtracts another 2, because if a drone is docked, that allows you to, they're kind of lending their power to it, so it makes it less costly to
Optimising
operate. Optimising.
Reminder, if they were carrying something, though, they wouldn't boost its production or reduce its cost.
No, so that's the thing. Okay, so I have enough silicium to upgrade this building because
that would normally cost 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 2, 2.
2.
So you've got change left over.
I do. I'm going to go ahead and spend that. I am going to put a red module on this building because it doesn't have to be the same colour.
No.
So what happens when you upgrade a rig? You are going to rescore that rig's value,
Yep.
whether
So you
you were
would
the person that
score-
placed it or not.
So you would
don't
score
have
3
to, yeah.
up to 10.
You don't have to have been the person to have placed the rig on the board to be the one that upgraded it. In this case, it's true. I'm also going to score an additional 2 for the module.
So up to 12.
One of my little control tokens is going to come onto the top of the building to show that it's mine.
That's it.
And that's already pretty cool.
Yep.
So,
already good.
So now, technically, I have to do that at the end of my turn. I jumped the gun a little bit because I was impatient.
Hey, you wanted to get it done.
So I do beg your pardon. I should have done
Normally
my
you
drone
would do
action.
you could move your drone before normally, which could reduce the cost again if you wanted to.
Yeah, that's true. In this case, I can't because drone 2 has already moved. So
This is very true. It's very true.
what I will do is for my drone action, I'm going to load this drone. Bear in mind, for the people watching at home, I'm sure those who are aware of Titan's rules who have not seen this before will be slapping me on the wrist in the comments going, you should have done that before, you upgraded the building.
Dun. Very bad, very bad.
Terrible.
Give me your wrist.
So I shall be beaten on the public square. So that is my drone action. The one thing that I can still do is this. You can do this at any time during your turn. I am quite clearly going for a water strategy. I do have 1 water cube,
You're
1
going for a
titanium
silicium
cube.
strategy.
Why not both? So I have done this planetary order. That's another 2 points for me. The next one becomes available. It is water and hydrocarbon.
Okay. Well, I might be able to do that.
There we go. Honestly, that is now on really the end of my turn. Jamie.
But what does a module do more?
Okay, so the module. What the module means is next time that the building upgrades, it's going to have a upgrade. Next time the building is activated, so when a pipe is placed connecting to it, it will get an additional effect for me.
Indeed.
So if I activate it, I will get 1 silicium and 1 tollens, or rather the ability to purify a tollens from my network or from my hold.
Exactly.
However, if Jamie activates this rig, the module will still activate for me, not for you. So you will get the base effect of the building, and I will get the module. So that's pretty cool. All of these spaces on this side are free. So if you want to come and profit from this building, which honestly, it's in your best interest to kind of come and do so.
I do need some.
Well,
I won't be able to get there this turn because I know what I'm doing this turn.
Yeah.
But if I'm within range of it, and I will eventually need some silicium to upgrade my own buildings because I have 1 at the moment. So, not great. So there you go.
Yeah.
And of course, at the end of the round, when we start drawing up all the resources, that will count as well, but we'll get to that in a bit.
Absolutely. So there we go. That was a pretty cool turn. I'm happy with that. Over to you.
So I am actually going to... we might as well do it now. I'm going to tunnel down into the core because one of the objectives, which we can see over on the lovely objective board, is to actually have 3 pipes linked down into the core. Now, the first person to do that gets 10, then 6, then 3. As there are only 6 spaces available, I better make a move now, or rather that's the strategy I'd like to move. Plus, very much like the upgraded rig, at the end of the round, that allows me to start drawing up resources, but we will get to that in a bit.
Bearing in mind that the first person to do it gets 10, I can always come in and do it later and get 6. That's leaving a delta of 4 points. But if I'm concentrating on a different strategy...
Exactly. So, because I'm tunneling down into the core with the objective of drawing up resources, I take one of my little tokens and I put it there as a reminder.
Yeah. unfortunately, you are going to take a Tollens into the hold.
I am indeed. I cannot escape that.
No, every time you go through a layer of Titan's crater, you have to pick up.
Indeed.
Even if you're doing the sneaky thing of coming up the other way, and we'll probably get to that later on in the game. Actually,
maybe just. I have my drone number 2 that can also do an action, so he is going to come and he's going to come pick up one of these red cubes because we don't like red cubes.
Okay.
And next.
So, what can I do? Not much, really.
Well, you're down to drawing up resources.
I am. I can't place any more pipes, so this this cube is going to come into my hold. I do have my drone action.
Yep.
I am going to use it. I'm going to move drone 3 here, and I could pick up a cube. It's all kind of about trying to avoid getting too many of them into my hold, I suppose. But at the same time, I don't want to be wasting too many drone movements either.
But you could connect to somebody else's building, and like I did just before.
There you go.
There's things to do.
It might be on the cards. It might be on the cards. So bearing in mind that also while those drones are loaded, they can't do anything else apart from move and dump it elsewhere.
Exactly.
So we'll see how that goes. I cannot do anything else. I don't have the necessary resources to fulfill this planetary order, and currently I don't have enough resources to be able to take control of the building either. So.
Okay, so my turn. So I am also going to draw up a cube. I'm going to draw up 1 water, and then my drone number 3 is going to come down here, and very much like yours, I will take this red cube. I will put it in the drone up, and then we'll see what happens next round.
Okay.
I will actually... should I fulfill that order? No, I won't just yet. I don't have to. I might be able to keep it for later, and seeing as you don't have any hydrocarbons, you can't see it from me yet. I will say that is the end of my round. My turn, sorry.
So, my final turn for this round. It's pretty fast, fluid gameplay, really. Obviously, this is taking us a bit longer because we're explaining as we go along, but... So my regular action is going to be taking my final cube of silicium from my dropship back into my hold, and then I have an action with drone number 4. Drone number 4 is going to actually come down here.
Okay.
In theory, I could now purchase that building if I wanted, or I can just sort of leave my drone there to prepare for next round, which I think is probably what I'm going to do.
Okay.
It's a little bit early to be... Well, I can afford it, but...
It would get you a lot of activations if you were to upgrade it now.
It would get me a lot of activations if I were to upgrade it now, but at the same time, it's costing me more than it could.
Yes.
So I'm going to see how that goes. I will wait. I still cannot fulfill that order. Drone has moved. That's it. It's the end of my turn.
So my turn. I also have a draw action, 1 silicium. Boom, in it goes. And then I have drone number 4, who is going to very simply move here. Preparation for the next round. That is everything. I am not going to spend my hydrocarbon, because I want it for next round, because drone number 1, he's gone there, now he has to come back and do things. So if I spend that, I won't be able to use him, which would be sad.
I love how you gender your drones.
I know, right? They're so cute, though. Anyway, so we're done. So that is the end of the round. Yep. So there's one more thing we do before we do all of that again. And that is very simply draw up resources from the board from places that we own. So either rigs or the core. So we would take 1 cube from the core or from the rig, depending on where we are present, and draw it up into our hold.
Anywhere where you have a control token.
Very true. Exactly.
So I have a control token on this building because I control it.
Yep.
So unfortunately, Tollens have to come first.
Yes. Always drop pollution first. Now, the core of the planet is fairly pure at first. So that means I get to draw up one of these deuterium cubes. That's 2 points for the end of the game, and put it into my hold. Now, there's no pollution in there at the moment. You can take your drones when they're full of this and dump it into the core. If you don't have a core strategy, that's one way to counter people doing a very strong core strategy.
Absolutely.
But for the moment, I'm good, so it's nice and clean. I do have to start handling my pollution fairly shortly, though, or this could get very bad. All good?
So that is the extraction phase. We have finished the round. To start the next round, we're going to take away all of the buildings that were not picked for this round.
So they go away.
So the buildings are essentially your round counters, really.
They are
Once
indeed,
you reach the bottom of the pile, the game's over.
That's it. Or when the board is entirely full of buildings. That's how we'll know as well.
So you'll know when the game's over.
You will know.
No, there's no more room.
What we got then? Ooh, wow.
So Jamie, you take the first
I am the foreman.
token.
I am the foreman. It's my turn. Right. I really want to start handling. I'm going to take red. You have a red module, but I will need a red building, I think, for this. So I'm going to take red. That scores me 2 points.
It does.
Boop. And I can place it wherever I like. I'm actually going to place it somewhere where I can. I'm going to place it here.
Okay.
Because simply I want to have a few more pipe actions
Sure.
in order to free up some space.
Sure.
So I can use that more and have a bit more space in my hole because I'm running a bit short at the moment. So I get 1 silicium, which goes into my, dropship.
Yep.
There we go. I fill up that with 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. And that's it.
Okay.
Your turn.
If
Obviously,
I'm
I've taken red, you can't take it. So.
No, that's true. So I can't have red. That's kind of whizzed on my chips because that's kind of what I wanted. I could go for silicium. It is a strategy if you go for several buildings of the same colour because when you activate one, they all activate at the same time, which can be a cool thing to do. However, there's a nice juicy water rig there, and if I'm going for water strategy, that's kind of. If I'm going for planetary order strategy, that's kind of what I need.
And you already have one in your network, so the same principle will apply.
Exactly, the same principle will apply. This might not work out, but let's see. So I'm going to take this, it's going to go here.
Righto.
So that's 1 water for me already, right off the bat. And I'm going to score 4 points for the value of the building. It's only got 1 deuterium cube on it, unfortunately, and all of the others are yucky, yucky, yuck.
We've never seen it was clear water.
Official term. Scientific term, yucky, yuck, yuck.
Okay.
Okay, so that's it. We have all chosen our buildings.
Did you take your resource and put it into your ship?
I put it onto my board.
Good thing I reminded her.
It's a good thing you're keeping an eye on what I'm doing because
I also have to fill up my build. You can score me too. I have to fill up my dropship. There we go.
Kickstarter preparations.
Indeed.
There we go.
Okay.
That's already a pretty good start, I would say. So off we go.
Off with my first actions.
Yep.
So let us put. I have no titanium, so I can't pre-activate drone number 1, which could have been a plan.
Titanium.
But I could get titanium. Do I want to get titanium, or do I want to start?
It's a lovely building you could activate here if you like. This rig is very nice. So hot right now.
So hot. This rig is so hot. So. What do I want to do first? Because I could move him here and then really make the most of my. But I only have 3. The other 2 are loaded. I don't actually need to do that just now. So I'm going to do this, which will, of course, activate this building.
Yep.
You don't produce pollution when you activate a tolerance rig. You remove it from either any building in your network, not from your drones, any building in your network, or your hold. So I will get rid of this cube. Then I'm going to spend 1 hydrocarbon.
Okay.
In order to retrieve the drone and bring him home to this rig.
Okay.
So I can activate it afterwards. And that is the end of my round.
Okay.
Turn.
Turn. All right, so much to do, so little time. I do kind of need to do this because if I want to be able to continue fulfilling these orders, I'm going to need to get a hydrocarbon cube from somewhere to unblock the situation. I cannot currently link up efficiently to a hydrocarbon building, but there is a little one here.
There's a small deposit.
Ooh.
Oh.
Earthquake.
Throwing pipes everywhere.
So I'm going to place my pipe there.
Yep.
That gets me 1 hydrocarbon cube for that.
Okay.
I also activate this building. That gets me 1 titanium, which is always useful, you know.
You never know.
You never know. And then I have my drone action.
Yep.
This doesn't do anything for you because you don't control the building.
Doesn't do anything for you either, though.
Nope, doesn't do anything for me either. I have my drone action. Drone number 1 is currently hanging out right here. I'm gonna bring drone number 1 down here.
Okay.
I think, which makes sense at the time.
That's gonna be a lot of water.
It's gonna be a lot of water. So
Not a bad thing.
I'll leave it there. I will activate. I will do this. I'll do the thing. I'm going to discard these 2 resources and take this planetary order. So that's 2 points for me.
Fine.
For Team B. So with the fetching mustache.
And the bandana.
And
so
the
hot
bandana.
right now. So hot right now.
So hot right now. Okay, so I've done that. One thing that I can do now, if I want, is I can actually take control of this building. It would usually cost me 6. It now only costs me 3.
Yep.
It's becoming more and more worth it.
Yep.
You don't currently have enough resources to whip it out from under my nose.
But you're about to activate that building a lot.
Yes, but
So-
before I can activate it, I'm going to have to go off in a different direction at least once.
Yes, but if you go off in this direction
Yeah.
to connect this building, it will activate
It
the
will,
blue building
it will.
and any modules on top of it.
It will. Yeah, that's actually that was a good idea.
Damn it! Why did I say
That
that?
was a good idea. I am actually going to do that, and I'm going to put. So first of all, I spend the cubes. Spend the cubes. There's the cubes. I get to choose what kind of module I like. I do like taking red modules. Also, you took the red building this turn, which means I could quickly get into some trouble here for Tollins if I'm not careful. So I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Cool.
It's not as efficient as having a building, but
It isn't, but it's free.
yeah. So that's an extra 4 points for me.
So 2 because of the building,
Yep.
2 because of the rig rather,
Yeah.
and 2 because of the module. So you're up to 24, and I really need to get moving on the points here. Come on,
well, you know, you're building up. But, you know, starting with a Silesian building and then going ahead and building. Whereas you're on more of a kind of long-term
Yes.
strategy of getting down to the core,
Exactly.
drawing up, which means you're probably going to have a lot more deuterium in your hold at the end of the game.
We shall see how things play out.
We'll see what happens then.
Best laid
Okay.
plans and all that.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is all she wrote. That's the end of my turn.
Okay.
Sorry. Control token.
Right. So I will. Do I want to? No, I don't have anything in there. That drone is full. I'm not connected to your network, so I can't come and bother you with it just yet.
Yeah, you have no more hydrocarbons either, so.
No, I might. Oh, can I do that now? 1 and 2. I have 2 pipes left. I could do that, and then do that and do that. That's not a bad idea. So
You're
I'm
gonna
not
be
going to make
mean
it.
to me.
Not going to make it too easy for you. Not going to be mean. I'm just not going to make it too
He's
easy
gonna
for
be
you.
mean.
So I'm going to place a pipe here, and act. Well, I'm going to be yes and no. This is going to be a 1-for-1 trade
Yeah, yeah.
technically until the second drone arrives.
Yeah.
So I'm going to connect to the Silesian building.
Cool.
So your drones, your module do nothing for me.
Nope.
So I will gain 1 Silesium.
Yep.
You will gain the module bonus.
Yes.
So you get to activate a red rig, basically.
Yep.
So you get to get rid of a pollution, which is
do
good
that.
for her.
I could take it from anywhere else in my network. For the time being, it's worth me just getting rid of it in my
Exactly.
hold.
However, as this is,
Oh dear.
this rig is now part of my network, my drones can move there for free. And last round, I picked up a load of pollutions from one of my buildings. So now I'm going to start putting them somewhere else, preferably not in my house. So I'm going to go all the way around here, take this red cube and drop it into this rig. Ta-da!
Yeah. Which, contrary to you having dropped it straight into my base, I'm still going to get that cube. It gives me a little bit more time to deal with it
Indeed.
if I can, but I'm still going to have to waste actions
Exactly.
dealing
And
with it.
because you've filled up all the pipe slots here,
Yeah.
unless I break one of those first, which
Yeah.
will cost me a resource, I can't actually connect to your base.
No.
Connecting somebody's base doesn't activate their base, you don't get anything out of it, but having a pipeline straight into their, literally their hold, is really useful if you want to get rid of pollution,
Sure.
you know. Would have done it if I could, but you sealed up all the entrances, so I'll have to try and find, well, because these 3 and this one is full, I have to try and get around here somehow, so, you know. But that is the end of my turn 2.
Okay, fair enough. So, here we go. It's all going to start coming together, that's the theory. So, I'm going to activate this building.
Righto.
So, as always, the arrows on the pipes are moving away from my base. The rig that I've just connected to gets activated.
Indeed.
As I now have 2 rigs of the same colour, they are both going to activate at once. So I'm going to get 1 water, 2, 3, 4 water, plus that module is going to activate. So 4 water plus I get to clean 1 cube away.
So you can potentially clear off that cube or one of these cubes and
Yeah.
be done with it.
Yeah. So I'm just going to get rid of that one that you just gave me because it seems like fittingly annoying to just have you wasted it.
I mean, I've got drone 3, which also has pollution,
Yeah.
so I'll give you a guess on about what I'm about to do with that. At the same time, though, you have another activation with this rig and another activation here, so you can easily clear off anything else I put on there.
Yeah, yeah.
What you don't want to do, you want to keep at least one of these rigs clear,
Yeah.
so you only draw up 1 pollution at the most, not 2.
Yeah.
All good? No planetary orders for once?
I'm kind of regretting having loaded up both these drones now because now drone 2 is taken up and drone 3 is taken up. And currently I don't really have anywhere for them to go.
Well, you do and you don't. You can always dump cubes onto a rig. Always dump resource, always dump pollution. Or, you know, if you want to dump deuterium onto a rig, you can, but you're generally better off bringing it back to your base.
Yeah.
But if there are less than 5 resources on that rig, then it just goes in. No worries. If there are already 5 resources on the rig, then it will crush a deuterium.
Yeah.
So you could come and drop it here, and that deuterium, which is, you could count this as my rig, even though it's worth a lot of points, you could put it there, it will crush the deuterium, so if I want to buy it, I'm going to have to get rid of all of those red cubes first.
Just for the sake of showing everyone at home and also freeing up my my drone, I'm actually going to do that. So drone 2 is going to come here.
Yep.
That is going to get dumped off.
So basically, I take this deuterium cube out because it becomes polluted with tolerance. So I take that out, you put that in, and now there are 5 cubes on there.
Yeah.
And you freed up your drone.
I freed up my drone. So hey,
winning.
You know, it was a thing.
There we go.
That is it. I am going to fulfill this planetary order because
obviously.
Of course I would. So that's another 2 points for me, and I'm going to spend 2 water cubes to be able to do it.
The next one, however, is a deuterium cube. So you're going to have to get one of those from somewhere. Those can only be gotten from the rigs or from drawing up. So right. So my action numéro 3. I'm going to reactivate that red rig.
Sure you
this time with the bonus of my little drone. So it's going to clean off 1 and 2. That's good. I have 2 cubes in my hold. So away they go.
What a nice clean hold.
And then I am going to take drone number 3. Who's going to come back here? And there we go.
Of course.
Ta-da.
Okay.
I know you're going to clear it off, but it stops you from clearing everything off everywhere.
Sure. Yeah, it does. I have a couple of things I could do now. Ideally, I don't really want to waste my titanium on pre-activating a drone, so I'm not actually going to do that.
Sure.
But I will... it might be better if I perhaps wait to do that. I do now have the option of looping back.
You do.
From here, so I have one pipe going this way, and I could have a pipe coming back this way. And activating this building again.
Indeed.
I'm not going to get a very good bonus from it because I don't have any drones present. It's kind of like the worker placement mechanic of the game. It could be worth doing. You might be about to take that pipe space, and
it closes me off. I have 2 drones on there.
Yeah.
I will admit one of my ideas was to activate that rig next round and get myself a nice tasty 3 silicium to go and buy this building, which is now fairly well surrounded. By doing that, you block me off from that. And you get to get rid of a red cube and then another red cube from here. And if you can get rid of that final red cube from there, you can draw up 2 deuterium at the end of the round. So, you know, there's a good move to be done there.
It's semi-decent for me, but it's especially good for blocking you, so I'm going to do it. I don't get anything from underneath the pipe, but the building activates for me. It activates doubly. So I'm going to clean that 1 red cube away, and then 1 cube of silicium comes into my hold.
Okay.
For my drone action, now I cannot dump a cube here anymore with using drone because that building is now full.
Honestly.
Once the rig is full,
pollution.
once the rig is full, and also it kind of just bothers my basic sensibility. I think of putting it here and crushing one of my own cubes. So I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna have to leave that drone there and not optimize it for the time being. That's it. That's going to be the end of my turn.
Okay. So my turn 4. So I have my drone there. So I can only draw for a silicium, but that's fine because I will draw that up. I will take drone number 4, who is going to come. Do I need to do next turn? I need to start clearing that off a little bit. He's actually going to come here and hold. Not going to pick anything up, so getting ready for next round. And then I'm going to buy my first rig as well. So I have this one, which has 4 pipes around it, no drones, but only 1, 2. So that's, you know, that's pretty cheap. That's pretty cheap. I'm going to purchase that. And onto it, I shall place a lovely... I am actually going to place a titanium. I want to get a bit more value out of my drones. So it's worth 3. This is worth 2. Put my little counter on there. I gain 5, so I go up to 14. Closing the gap ever so slightly. This goes on here, and that drone is now, that rig rather, is now upgraded. Okay. That is the end of my turn.
Alrighty. So This is it. This is my final turn. I have no more pipes to place. The one thing I can do is bring this water cube back. You did not fulfill that order.
Nope.
That was purposeful. You were blocking me. That's
Yep.
fine. Makes sense. Makes sense. I will. I'm going to leave drone number 4 right there because I've got a pretty cool action. Yeah,
Gotcha.
it wouldn't make much sense for me to move it right
No,
now.
it's pretty good where it is.
It's pretty good where it is. Okay, so that's it.
There
That's
we go.
the end of my turn.
So
and
that's the
that
end
is
of the round.
of the round.
So now we draw up.
Yes.
So I once again have the core. I can draw up cube. Yes. I now have this rig. There is no pollution. I can draw up a cube. Yes. You have.
I have one rig here. I can take a cube from that building, which is cool because it's a good cube. This is not a good cube, but I'm going to have to take it anyway. Yep. So up it comes into my hold. That is all she wrote for the time being. So
so now we start it all again. You become foreman.
Thank you, sir.
And then we flip over. Well, we get rid of the rigs that were not used.
Yep.
And we flip over the new ones, and then we do it all again. We are round 3.
Ooh.
Titanium. Tasty.
Yep.
Now, however, we are round 3. So there's going to be this one and 2 rounds afterwards. That titanium building is, for example, super tasty if you want to get those lovely deuterium cubes. However, we only have 3s left. So if we put it down, buy it the same round, we'll only be able to draw 3 of those 5 out. So you better have a strategy for getting the 2 other ones out. Otherwise, is it the most worth it? Really depends on what you're trying to do.
Yeah, it depends on what you can do with your drones and all of that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
I am hesitating between the red building and the black because I could tell you're going to try and go for this black objective here, which is controlling 2 black rigs. You'll probably go for it. If you get 2 objectives, then that's going to be pretty tough for me to counter.
Hey, you have a 10-point lead at the moment. Well, 10 and I have 3 cubes, so you have like a 4-point lead, I suppose. Oh, you have 2, like a 6-point lead.
I mean, a red rig is always a good thing to have. It's worth 4. If I put it here in my industry section, it could do a fair amount for me. Yeah.
For those that weren't following for the whole industry section thing, whilst you finish thinking about it, at the top, rigs that go at the top are generally what we would consider your industry in Eurogame terms, because they can be activated the most. There are 7 free slots, there are 7 slots around them. They're not always free, obviously, and also 4 drones maximum can be on them. As we go down, those values go down 1 per level. So on the middle rank, there's only 6 spaces around, and on the bottom rank, there's only 4 spaces around. And also 3 drones on the middle and 2 drones at the bottom. So buildings at the bottom, rigs, I keep on saying buildings, I don't know what's wrong with me today. Rigs at the bottom, they will get you less free resources, which gives you more pipe actions, which is great, but the buildings you put there are a lot harder to activate, and when you do activate them, you can't optimize them as much with your drones. So once again, what do you need to get this round? That's always the question.
Yeah. So I've put the building there, that's 4 points for me, please.
So 4 points.
There were 2 titanium cubes there, which I've put into my dropship. All is done. It's your turn. Okay,
so you're right. I do want to play the objective game. At the same time, though, that is a 4. It's got a lot of pollution, but it's worth 4. So I could technically just slap it down, activate it once or twice while I'm going down into the core, because that's what I'm going to try and do this turn again. And then just eventually send a drone there in order to pick up that deuterium and then just leave it, not buy it. Which I kind of talked myself into there, so that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
So we'll take that black one, please. Thank you. So obviously I'm going to place it here. I get 4 points, so that allows me to catch up a little bit. 4 polluted cube Tollens, and then 1 deuterium. I get no free resources from placing at the bottom, so that is 4 pipes for me this round. Lots of actions, but resource-wise, I'm a bit thin here, kind of skating on thin ice. So that, contrary to Georgina, who kind of has her industry in place right now. That's me done.
Okay.
We may begin.
So, The complicated thing is I put this here. This only leaves me with 2 pipe actions this turn. Really, we've already gone through 2 rounds now. I'm going to want to get to the core soon because otherwise... so, yeah.
But don't underestimate your titanium. Because that would allow you to break pipes in order to reactivate those buildings that really count.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, that's true. So I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to concentrate on getting down to the core this round. It's about time. My building is there. It's set up. Anything that I pull into my hold, I'm going to be able to get rid of. So there's no rush.
No, sure. You're on a water strategy though. I mean, don't forget you can always fulfill planetary orders at any time during your turn.
Yeah.
So you could flip that one, which will be one of the final 2 value ones, I think.
Yes.
And then see what the next one asks you, and maybe that will determine whether you want to go for the core or generate resources in order to, get those extra
Technically,
tiles.
you can do this at any time during your turn. So I'm actually going to take your advice on that one. I'm going to go for the 2.
And it's 3 water,
and it's 3 water, which I happen to have.
Which you happen to have as well. And you can generate more of, so
that's 2 points
good.
for me. I'm going to discard this.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could give me the
Yes,
2
of course. Obviously, deuterium at the end of the game is worth 2 points. That delivery is worth 2 points as well. Why would we ever do that instead? Well, it frees you up an extra space in your hold. It's very useful.
So much about this game is kind of temporizing and trying to find the right time to bring stuff in and take it out. So it's generally worth doing. I am going to start. I'm going to continue digging down.
Okay.
So that gets me a red.
Yeah.
Tolerance cube for that, unfortunately, but it can't really be avoided at this stage. I also have my action with drone number 1. There's stuff I can do with drone number 1 if I want to activate this. Maybe wait. If not, I've already got a fair amount of water going. I could choose to move it somewhere else. I think I might just leave it there, perhaps, for the time being.
I mean, it's still generating more water, which is kind of the thing you're going for.
Yeah, so, I'm going to leave it there.
Okay, then. So, my first action, it's going to be a pipe, obviously. I have done titanium, so no pre-activation. I'm going to dig down towards this base, which will get me another pollution, obviously. We'll activate this rig, but also this rig, which activates this topper. So I will get 2 hydrocarbons and 1 titanium. And that is it. My drone 1 can do something. I mean, I'm going to dig down there. Then I kind of want to try and swing back round there. You know what? Actually, no. He is going to stay where he is because that will play well into what I want to do next.
Okay. So I am actually going to, as I know that for this round now, I'm just going to be wanting to be digging down to the centre. I'm going to try and optimise my drones in a different way. Sure. So I'm actually going to pre-activate drone number 2, which is currently here. So that drone is going to move through my network to this building and load.
Great. So clearly you're not looking to buy that building.
No. My regular action was to bring back my... I'm lost. I've done 2 actions already?
Yes, this is turn 2.
This is turn 2. Okay, this is turn 2, so that's normal. I brought a titanium
Always
cube
the
back
turn
into
of the
my
number
hold.
of free spaces you have, basically.
So I brought a titanium cube into my hold. So that all makes sense. And now my regular action for that drone is going to be to complete its movement by bringing it back here and putting that cube into my hold. So moving deuterium cubes around manually with a drone isn't the most efficient way of doing it.
Sure.
But if you don't need them to be docked to a rig for this, for whatever reason, for example, I know I'm already going to be doing other stuff, buildings aren't going to be getting activated, probably worth doing.
Plus it's 2 points, It's 2 points, plus it frees up the space on that rig should you need to dump some pollution with, I don't know, drone number 3, for example. It's always something.
That's the thing that we've done.
Okay,
I'm going to fulfill this order because it would
Obviously.
be about time, and if I don't hurry up, you might get it. So.
Oh no, I'm nowhere near. Well, I do actually have 2 water, but not.
That's 3 for me. If
Okay,
you please.
3 for you. So we go up to 33. Need to play catch up here. Okay.
Okay.
So then, what I'm going to do next is I'm obviously going to drill down into the core again.
Yeah.
Start getting some tasty points. I know that will be worth at least 6 points by the end of the game, so I'm going to have 3 rounds. And my drone action number 2, he is over there. He is actually going to come back here. And that is the end of my turn.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to. Do I want to pre-activate a drone? There's drone number 3. I need to get drone number 3 sorted out really, so that he can start doing other stuff. So I'm gonna pre-activate that drone.
Yep.
The drone is gonna move here and dump that cube here.
Cool. Okay.
And then just chill out.
Okay.
And then, actually, did I need to pre-activate? Because I can't do anything else. I'm not going to pre-activate. Sorry, I take that back. That will be just my regular drone movement because I don't actually need it.
No, I was like,
it's a waste of movement.
Sure.
Because as a reminder to everyone at home, a drone can't load and then move. So I couldn't optimize that drone in any other way. So it's not really worth it. I'm going to dig down to the center in that case. So a control token goes here.
And you get a pollution.
I do get a pollution, so I'm getting quite polluted now.
Yes, but there is an objective to get pollution.
There is an objective. I mean, I could bide my time and go for it.
However, the thing is, getting any objective for resources or whatever does not cause you to spend those resources.
No.
So you then need to get rid of it. I mean, it's great because for 10 cubes, it's 10 points.
Yeah.
Which is good. A point per cube when it's not deuterium is great. The
Yeah.
thing is, you then lose them 10 points at the end of the game if you don't get rid of it.
Yeah.
If you have time to build up, like, for example, a building which would allow you to get rid of it, that would be cool.
Yeah.
It really depends.
It's risky, but hey, it's a thing that I could do. I'm already 5 cubes in.
And some of the planetary orders later on do require pollution. The big Mars order, which is always available, does require pollution.
Yeah.
So
that's 5 water cubes and then 1 of every other type of resource, including Tollins.
Yep. Which, with your water production and the amount of pollution you have and everything, it's not out of your grasp, that, actually.
Yeah.
If you just got, a black cube and then 5 blue cubes, which you can easily do, that could be an easy 10 points.
Yeah.
Okay, so, anyway, you are all done?
I am all done, yes.
Okay, so turn 3 for me. So I am connected to this zone.
You are?
There is no rig there, but I'm connected to it. So I can then draw things back through it if I so wish. Yeah. So I'm going to drill down here.
Yep.
Which is going to get me 1 rig cube, obviously.
Yep.
But it's going to activate 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
Oh my word, how many pollution cubes are here? Oh, what a twist. Didn't see that one coming. Oh, sorry. So we're going to place that there. Up. Water. Almost. The drones won't pick that one up. So that does all of that. My next action is round 3. You are number 3. He's going to come zoop, down here.
Yep.
Now, there is 1, 2, 3, 4 free spaces.
Yep.
So I am only going to pay 1 because -1 for the drone.
Yep.
Hup, only cost me 1.
Yep.
So I then purchase this. Let me see now. What do I need? I do need... I'm actually okay here for the moment. Let's let us. Do I need some water? No, I'm not going to be able to keep up with you on water. You're far too productive. We're just going to burn through those.
I have got a pretty good machine going.
Yeah, you've got a bit of a machine going there. That's kind of what worries me. Give me a red. Because I'm drilling down so much, I need to keep my... sorry, so 4 and 2 gives me 6 points.
Yep.
Puts me up to 24.
You see, you're a little bit behind me, but that delta is going to... Well, you're about to overtake me, actually.
I'm getting there. I'm still a good 9 points behind you, however.
Not anymore.
What's
You've fulfilled this objective.
I have actually, yes. So that gets me 10 points. Thank you for reminding me of that. So there's a control token for you.
Yeah. So your control token goes onto that objective to show that you have completed it first.
There we go. You can still do that.
I can,
Obviously, if you wanted to take 2 hydrocarbon, is it worth it?
No. this stage, no, not really. Is that the end of your turn?
That is, I think, the end of my turn.
Okay. You could fulfill that order if you wanted to.
I could. That would get rid of my silicium. Yeah, sure, let's do that. Yeah. Hey, I don't actually need too much silicium right now. Sharon, so that's 3 more points up. Okay. Caught you up. Okay, your turn.
So I have no more pipes left. I can pre-activate a drone if I would like. My drone number 4 is currently pretty much where I want it to be. I don't think there's any point in me moving it.
You might want to somehow try and get rid of that, but...
That's true, but at the same time, it's going to make me lose an extraction. I have the start. I have everything I need here to get rid of everything.
Sure. Yeah.
So
you could actually, if you like last round, if you moved a lot of drones there, then activated it repeatedly, you could get the 10 points.
Yeah.
Plus, then clear everything off, which is a thing that can be done.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm not going to do anything in terms of pre-activation. I'm just going to take my final titanium cube from my dropship.
Right.
My regular drone action is probably actually going to be. I think I'll just move drone 4 here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all she wrote. That's all I can currently do.
So I have one more activation left, and you know what? I am going to connect to this one. Mm-hmm. So I go down. So pipes can go through the ice. We just can't put rigs onto them. Drones can go through the ice as well. Yep. So I activate this black rig, which activates this black rig. So I get 1, 2 for my drone, 3.
Yeah.
Purify 1 red and get and get a titanium. So 3 black cubes. Up. And then get 1 titanium as well. There we go.
And clean away 1 red.
And clean away 1 red. Thank you. Right, so I'm going to draw that up. That's pretty good. I have my drone 4. Could have, shoulda, woulda, coulda. So drone 4 is actually going to pick up this.
Okay.
Yep, he will do that. I have no silicium, so I cannot buy anything else. So it is end of my turn. So that's the end of the round.
End of the round.
So we draw up again.
So, drawing up again, my final deuterium. I thought you were going to steal that with the drone. I was so sure you were going to do it.
Yeah, but I wanted to kind of like purify all this off. It was a choice, but once again, you only have 4 drones. They only have, they can have 2 actions, but that would have, taken me up for a turn, and I had my idea. So, is stealing a cube worth 2? Well, a 4-point delta. So I get 2 from there, and then I also take 1 and 2 from the bottom here.
I take 1. So as you can see, there's a limited amount here. It's 6 per player, if I remember
6 per
correctly.
player.
So and once it's gone, it's gone.
It's gone. Okay.
Okay.
So I become foreman, and then we start all of that once more. We are down to the last 2 rounds of the game.
Yep.
So flip me.
Sorry.
That's all right.
So we have 1, 2, 3, and 0.
Okay, so. Let's see now. Oh, that's a lot of. It's not really. I wanted something more high cost, but looks like I am not going to get that. What do I need here? I've got all of this. I've got a lot of that. My black buildings are basically out of commission for now. I think the cleverer thing would be to go and try and get that 3rd objective for piping down into the core somehow. That would probably be my.
I'm not too concerned that you're going to manage to do that.
Yeah.
I think that you probably are going to get it. I'm going to need to get it as well, just to be able to close that delta a little bit. Bearing in mind this I cannot do. So
you could, but you'd have to take both of them, those rigs, for turns, and is that really worth it for you? Okay, so what I will do is, I could technically, I'll only be able to get 2 off that, but I could, hold on, so I own 2 black, so I can't really do that one. Tough choices later on in the game, hey? Give me that silicium rig, please, the number 1, thank you very much. Okay. So I get 1 point.
Yep.
I'm going to put this down here. Actually, no, do I want that, or do I could actually use that? No, I'm going to do this here. Okay, so 1 red and a couple of. There we go. And that is me. I have no free resources, so I'm still a little bit resource starved, unless you want some deuterium, that I have plenty of. And it is your choice.
I'm questioning now. I think I might attempt to go for this, which is really.
Could be done.
If I want to do it, then getting a second red building is a great way to go, because with a second red rig, really not much can stop me.
No. The only problem is you don't really have any spaces where you could activate it many, many times. You're going to get 2 activate. You know, if you put it there,
Sure.
you'll get 2 activations.
But it's 2 activations that will queue up with that.
Well,
so if I time it right,
no, you're true.
if I time
and if
it
you can
right,
get your drones onto it, you could potentially just blump.
Yeah, just wipe everything out in one go. So I'm going to go for it. We'll see. We'll see how this goes for the people watching at home. So 1 point for me.
Okay.
Also, you know, it's a nice. It's a building with a fair amount of stuff
so
on
we
it.
can-
Not that I'll probably be able to do much about that.
Not
at
this round, but
stage,
you know, you've got some titanium you can pre-activate,
Yeah.
all that kind of thing. So.
Yeah. Okay. And so I get 4 points, which frees up some blessed space in my hole that I really needed because it's getting very.
You can fill out with pollution now.
Yay.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Right. So. Good thing I did take Felicity because this is the turn of cheap purchases.
Yes.
Essentially. So, first action, I only have pipes, so pipes it will be. I think we might have to quite simply just pipe back from there, but let me see now. Could order that. So we have to be careful as at the end of the game, if you own a rig, you have upgraded a rig, you can't just say, well, you know, it's the last turn, so I'll just upgrade this rig, get the points, and then leave the pollution on apart from one. But the thing is, at the end of the game, you drop all the pollution on rigs that you own, so you don't get away with it that easily.
No.
So, you know...
There's a potential for big losses.
There is a potential for quite large losses. So I'm going to pipe out from here to this building.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm not going to get much out of it. I'm only going to get 1 cube, but you know...
only get 2. Because you have a second building.
I do, thank you very much.
You also activate that building.
You have activated your trap card.
It does not suit me because I need these.
But you
I can claim from my network.
From a building to which you are connected.
Yes.
Not even that you own. So it could be from this one, could be from this one.
I'm going to clean it from this one.
Okay, cool. So that gives me 2 cubes, which is better than I thought. Drone 1, who is located there, he is going to take... you know what? He's actually going to activate that. I'm going to activate that. It's not really. It's already going to be cheap enough as it is. He's going to pick up this cube. There it is. Okay. Ooh, fiddly. There it is. And end of my turn. Your turn.
Okay. So first movement. This is where it all comes into play.
Don't forget your pre-activations.
Yes.
Can shave you a couple of cubes off here and there.
Pre-activate. I can pre-activate. I think. No, I won't. Not this turn.
Okay.
I think this turn I'm just going to go ahead and activate here.
Yep. Good choice.
So I get a red for that, which is what I want.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah, you're going for you. A decision has been made here. Clearly.
A decision has clearly been made. So. It activates this, which activates all of this.
All of that.
So I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue.
Boom.
Many and lots. Which is all going to come into here. So I do have enough space, however, now very full. However, I do activate that as well. Yep. So I'm going to actually use that to clean away.
More of this. So this is getting more and more interesting to be bought.
Getting more and more interesting to be purchased indeed.
Okay.
Currently, the cost of that is now actually 2.
Yep.
Which I can do.
You could, if you were planning to clear everything off this round.
I am.
Maybe. Don't forget though that next round is final round.
Next round is final round.
So if you're looking to do your whole mass red and purify a load of that off, you might want to put your drones in now. But you still have your pre-activations, which is as good as. So, maybe not do it with 1 or 2 now. That allows you to get some more bonuses. Or if you're looking to maybe activate this one this turn, maybe, move the one there now.
Yeah, it's... One thing I am immediately going to do is do this order to make sure my hole doesn't get too full.
Good idea.
So I've spent these. That's 3 points
3 points for Madam. Up 7.
Catching up ever so slightly. 2 blues and a black now.
2 blues and a black.
Which you don't
I
have.
cannot do.
That's already pretty good. I could buy that building right now. There isn't necessarily a huge rush to do it. It only costs me 2.
Well, don't forget, I do have a lot of black.
You do.
So I could zip over and steal that from beneath you. Because you can buy a rig, you can upgrade a rig as long as you have a drone
what
on it.
Olivier did to me in the last
Yeah,
game.
exactly. So you can upgrade a rig, as long as you are either connected to it or you have a drone on it.
Yes.
And the thing with buying rigs with drones on other sides of the board is obviously it will cost you more resources.
Yeah.
However, it does not draw up the bad resources because you are not connected to it.
No.
So, yeah, I would... It would be a potentially good move for me to come and steal that from underneath you.
It would be a good move for you. And honestly, it only cost me 2.
Yeah.
I have the 2 cubes.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and
Plus,
do it.
you empty those cubes, that gives you more space.
Exactly.
That actually gives you... Oh, no, you're 1 cube away from being able to actually do that objective and then just purifying it all off.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
that would be my call.
I'm going to reinforce my machine with
I completely agree.
a red module. So that's 6 points for me.
Yep. Okay, so 6 points. Up to 43.
Plus a control token.
Okay.
And I was seriously considering trying to steal that building from you earlier. I just didn't have the hydrocarbon to do it. It is the really cool thing about hydrocarbon is that 1 cube will take you anywhere on the board, which is one of the things that makes it so cool in terms of player interaction. If you're playing a game of 4 people with this, you have to keep an eye on what everyone is doing and where their buildings are, because in a flash, you can just go and steal something from them.
But that works both ways.
Sure it does.
Obviously.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the thing that I did, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay, well, my turn is to be very quick. Obviously, I'm going to take advantage and get those 10 points for that objective. So I'm going to pipe down a final time, which gives me 10 points.
If I might have
I
a
will
token.
take a pollution. There is a... Oh, no, I've put a token.
I need another token for the objective.
You do, actually. Yes, you do. Thank you. Hup.
I need these things.
Okay.
So you are now here.
There we go. So I've done 2 of the objectives. I don't think I'm going to get... It's not in my interest to get the red at the moment. I should have pre-activated. I did not do that because I'm a muppet. So I'm actually just going to take this final cube from here and put it into this drone. Is there... I could do that. I will do that. I'm going to spend my 2 silicium. So I don't want you stealing it out from underneath me. 1, 2 for this building.
Sure.
So I will... What do I want to put on it? What can I use here? I could do that actually. Give me... How many red toppers are left?
2.
So I will take 1 of them. 1 because it allows me... I want to get rid of a little bit of pollution.
Yeah.
And also I don't want you having all the red toppers. So 1, 2, 3. 51. Okay. Hup, there we go. So...
Would you like
Your
to
turn.
do something with a drone?
I already did.
You did.
I did. Have to do that before I can buy a building, technically.
Sure,
So.
that's true.
Right, there we go.
Alright, so do I want to pre-activate a drone? Do I want to pre-activate a drone? Technically I could. I'm on turn 2. Drone number 2 is currently doing not much.
Don't forget you still need that hydro fuel for that objective.
7, 8, 9, 10. I'm still going to be missing, just missing what I need.
Yeah, because you're trying to get this final. I mean, yeah. You could drill down here.
Yep. Yeah, it's which will make me gain 1 but lose 1. So
Lose 1 from a building. Yeah. Gain 1 for you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true.
Like here, for example.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Definitely.
Lose 2, so you could get rid of 2 here, which is almost empty for that, which is good.
Yeah. I'm currently on 8, 7 even. 4 and 3 is 7. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna keep on keeping on with that objective.
Okay.
So I go down. Technically, I should take 1.
Yep. Which you can.
Which I can and I do. Because weirdly enough, I do actually want those. And then I can also remove 2, which I'm going to do. I'm going to remove them from here.
Yep. Sounds like a plan.
And I'm going to... I can now do something with drone 2. I suppose in preparation of what's coming, I'll move drone 2 here.
What is to come?
What is to come? There we go.
Okay. So I'm not going to forget my pre-activation this time. So drone 3, who I think already... Oh no, drone 3 is down there. So drone 3 is going to grab... is going to go and grab this solution. Oh, excuse me. There it is. And then...
What are you going to do with that
I
position,
wonder
Jamie?
what I'm going to do with it. And then I can do my normal pipe action. I could connect to that now, but I really want some, really want some silicium right now, to prepare, like some nice purchasing. But I can't. I don't have anything here. I might have to whittle this one away. Sadly, I don't really have any good activation options. No. I would have to activate it from here, which I can do. It is within my power, but not now. So what I will do is I'm going to dump this here. Sadly, gives me a black cube. Never mind. Doesn't activate anything, so I'm just tunneling into glass. But there you go. Well, ice. And then my drone gets its activation. Whee! Oh, sorry.
Sure you are.
I mean, if you're gonna go,
That's true.
If you're gonna purify all of this, I might as well, have
You're helping
help me a little bit.
yet hurting all at once.
Okay.
All right.
So that is my turn. Your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna. No. Or will I? It's a thing. It's a thing that I could do. Which might work. Hang on. No, that's not a good idea.
You can always tunnel down again into the core.
It was technically cool, but in theory, and in reality, it doesn't really work.
Yeah. I mean, you can...
Trying to figure out a way to get that final red cube that I need.
Well, you have 8 at the moment.
I mean, technically, I could pre-activate a drone and use that drone to just transport the final red cube that I need to my own base.
Yeah, you could.
Which then gives me one more pipe to already start cleaning stuff away before the end of the round.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. It's definitely a thing.
I think I may have to do that. But okay, so final thing. Down in the centre I go.
Okay.
So that's 1 red cube. My pre-activation.
Do pre-activation. Sorry, we're missing something here. It's fine. So he's gonna
spend the white cube.
Yeah. So I imagine he's gonna pick this up.
So yeah, drone number 3 is gonna pick that up. I dug down to the centre.
Yep.
Drone number 3's normal movement is going to be, normal action rather, is going to be to move to here and drop the final cube off in here. And that is it. That's 10. So
10 points.
10 points for me, if you would. Okay, now I just have to sort of this horrible mess I've made out. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So my final action, I really need that. It's going to get me a pollution though, but I can clean that off actually.
Well, if you dig down here, then you'll get one, but you'll lose one.
Yeah, so that's fine, isn't it? So up, so we will do that. So I will go down. So I will activate both.
And that's mine.
That is yours actually, yep. So I'll gain 1, 2, 3, because I have a drone there. So I gain 3 silicium.
I get to lose 1.
You get to lose 1.
Cool. Hey, it's got to start somewhere if a little helps.
So I would normally gain 1 from drilling down, but I lose 1 from here. Yeah. Now I could choose to remove it from another building if I so wished, if I was preparing to do that. I'm not too bad space-wise, I suppose. Where's my 4 is over there, so he's going to come and drop that back. No, I'll gain 1, lose 1. I don't really want to use it in my hold. Drone number 4 will come here and dump this lovely tasty deuterium into my hold, of which I am rapidly losing space. And it is your turn.
Well, you know what? For my final movement, I had other stuff in mind, but actually, this is cool.
Wow.
I'm gonna come here.
Okay.
So that gets me 1 hydrocarbon.
Right.
Placing that there.
Okay.
I activate this building, so I have 2 in my network also. That gets me 2
so
silicium.
I get to clean one off as well, however.
I get to clean one off from having a thing there.
Oh, I see what you're going for.
Allows me to fulfill this order.
Yep, it does.
Taking the cubes from the reserve instead of from my hold.
Pay with the bank's money.
Let's pay with the bank's money.
Okay.
So 3 points for me, please.
So 3 points for you. 1, 2, 3.
And then drone number 4, in preparation for next round, strangely enough, is gonna come here.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Right, that's the end of the round. So everybody draws up. So I get 3, you get 2. Do not have a space. So when you have no more space in your hold, if it is a resource that is not tolerance and not pollution, you may jettison any other resource in order to make space for it, or jettison the resource you just gained. It's up to you. You cannot jettison pipes. That is company material. Do not damage it. So I'm going to get rid of a hydrocarbon in order to fit my deuterium.
Yeah.
And I imagine Georgina did more or less the same.
This building is now empty because I stole the last red cube from here. I drew a red cube from here, a white cube from here, and then 2 from the centre.
Perfect.
So, that's pretty good.
So, for the final round...
Oh God, you've got tons.
I do have tons. But, however, you're a bit ahead of me and you're about to rack up some points with some other stuff, so we shall see what happens. Anyway, so, also what is more important here is you are going to be foreman. So you're going to get to choose where you want to put your rig, and then I just have to put it in the last space. So I will probably only have 2 pipes, and you will have 4. So you could probably manage to do a lot here.
This is probably the ideal configuration for the end of the game for me. In terms of what it is that I really need to accomplish if I want to not lose, because now the delta has been closed.
Yep.
I don't have a ton of options in terms of things I can do to catch up with you.
Yeah. But you've got half the cubes I do, because I've got 11, you've got 5.
Yeah.
You will get 1, I will get 1. There's only 2 left, so when there's not enough for everybody, the first player takes 1, then the second player, etc., etc. So there's not there's a 10-point gap there, but you can, you can still drill. I can't get here to drill down into the core, so you can get your 10 points there.
6. But
6, but that closes the delta, so there's things to do.
I'm going to just kind of sort of desperately try and scrap for the last few points that I can. I'm going to go for titanium.
Well, hold on, we need to get rid of those.
Oh, sorry, yes, you're right.
And then we flip over the final 5 buildings.
Yeah, so the titanium might be pants. It's not, it's great.
Oh, it's good, actually.
Oh, it's great. It's great.
Good if you can...
There you go, sold to the Lady in the Holy Grail Games t-shirt. 5.
Well. Okay.
5 points for moi.
5 points for Madam.
There is a nice silicium building there, though, depending on what you want to accomplish.
There is, but I'm not going to be able to really get most out of it. I don't really need silicium at the moment. I mean, I would have loved some water, actually, at this point, weirdly enough, in order to...
I mean, you can get it.
You for that. I can get at it, yeah. I do have access to it. I can also take it from over there and get 2 activations out of it. I suppose...
I'm trying to fit the flat side.
What am I going to do with my
using my right hand, and I'm so bad with my right hand.
Actually, no, you know what? I kind of want to...
I mean, the water's worth 3 points.
Yeah, it's worth 3 points. I can get some stuff out of it. I have a little bit of titanium. I could activate it there, get some more pre-activations out of my drones. But I only have 1 and 2 drones empty, but that can get me some more cubes back. Okay, well, either way I'm going here and I'm getting these 2 resources. So I will get 1 water and 1 black. Sorry, up. Hydrocarbon, 1 water. And I will get 2 pipes. And now I'm kind of doing this the wrong way around because I have to choose my building first, normally. But I will take, give me that, I have 1 here. Titanium and silicium I can't activate anymore, that's dead.
The agony of the final round.
I know, right? I can still play for majorities though, so give me that No, you just
Curses.
No, give me that silicium. Give me the silicium.
Okay.
I can at least still buy some buildings and stuff here. So up. So that's worth 4 points.
Yep.
So that's
that's
catch up a little bit. 4 cubes. Now, obviously, I shouldn't really purchase this unless I can get rid of this I'm going to get rid of the pollution first, otherwise it's going to cost me a lot. Well, I could buy it for 6, and it will take 4, so it's still a net gain of 2, but eh. Okay. So, you are first player on the final turn.
Okay. Well, the first thing that I'm going to really need to do... or do I? Yeah, no, I do. So, I am going to need to start by placing a piece of pipe.
That's all you can do.
It's all I can do. I'm going to put the pipe here.
Okay.
So, that activates these buildings, so I get 1, 2, 3 blue.
Yep.
Which is cool. 3 blue. 1, 2, 3. Rapidly running out of space. And then 2 red get cleaned away.
Yep. Okay.
Which is awesome.
All right.
Okay. So that is a good start. And then I have drone number 1 who can jolly off somewhere else. And drone number 1 is going to jolly off here.
What a twist. Are you doing planetary order? I imagine you are.
I mean, I could, but at the same time, I'm kind of going for this now.
Oh, yeah, actually, you could. You just need...
So,
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
you can get it as well,
I don't need much else. I'm probably going to have to go for that. So that's it. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. So my drone number 1 is over there. He can just come back and drop that off. I must admit, I did not prepare well for this final turn. I'm a little bit in limbo here. You've kind of walled me off over here, so I can't really get into your network. I can kind of vie for majorities at the end, however.
I mean, you're well in to have the majority for hydrocarbons.
Yes.
You will have the majority for silicium. So that's 6 points straight off the bat. You are way ahead of me in terms of deuterium. There's no way I can catch up with you.
No, but you can get your points back somewhere else. Probably, especially if you get that Mars order, that could change everything. And you will get it, let's be honest here. You are going to get it. Okay. So you're going to get that Mars order, and you're probably going to get 10 points from piping down, I would imagine.
6.
So that would be 6. So yeah, still everything to play for.
This is going to be a really close
This
one,
is very
right?
good. It's going to be quite tight, I think. So what I'm going to do... Oh, that's a point. Okay, I know what I'm doing. So I'm going to dive over to here and activate this, which activates this, which activates this.
Yes,
so
nice.
I will get 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Which I cannot keep, but that's fine.
That also activates my module and cleans 1 red from my hold, which is cool.
I'm going to get rid of one of these. Hup. Then my drone number 1 is going to finish off his part of this game by bringing this back. Once again, I run out of space, sadly, so I'm just going to put that there, get rid of this. And then that is the end of my turn.
Okay. So, here we go. This piece of pipe is going to go right here.
Boom.
And destroy the other one on it. So, that gets me 1 hydrocarbon from the space. This building is activated. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I have 2 buildings in my network. So that's 5 that I get rid of, which is very cool.
That is good.
It clears everything out all in one go. And I'm going to get rid of the final one by doing the Mars order. So, the Mars order, I have to spend 5. So it's very costly to me. 5 plus 1 of every other type. Including deuterium.
Yep.
But it does get me 10 points.
Does, which I added, so you are still 10 points ahead right now.
Okay.
And you have a lovely clean hold.
I do. I have a super clean hold. I really wasn't particularly convinced I was going to be able to do that.
No.
I can still do. I can still move drone 2 somewhere else. So this is kind of it's all still to play for. Yeah, I'm going to put him here.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
Right. So I have drone 2. Drone 2 is going to... I will actually pre-activate drone 2, so he can come here and drop this cube off here, which frees me up space, which is good. Then I am going to, as my normal action, I can do that. That could, this final pipe. How can I optimize this the best? I really don't know. My hold is full. There's not really much I can do with this. I could spend that and activate for more silicium, but actually no, I should have done that. That's what I should have done. Curses. Oh well, never mind. Because what I should have done is basically I want to move a drone here and buy this.
Sure.
Because it will get me 7 points.
Definitely.
And I won't have to worry about drawing up the pollution because it's not connected to my network.
I didn't put the cubes on it.
No, you did not.
Lazy.
And I could have moved there with the resource because it still allows me to buy it and then move the resource back, but I've muffed that up. So,
it happens.
well, you know what? I can still tempo a little bit. I'm going to take a black and exchange it for a black. I don't need it. And you're not going to get enough black in the meantime to test me on that. So, finally, my drone number 2 is going to come here. And then at the end of my turn, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 free spaces around it.
Yeah.
I'm going to
pay 3.
purchase, so I'm going to pay 3. Yep. So there's 3 silicium. I will buy it. I will put it doesn't matter what I put on it because nothing is connected to my network. So I will I'll take a black topper for old time's sake.
7 points.
7 points.
For the man in black.
Which allows me to catch up a little bit after your objectives.
Yep.
Oops, excuse me.
Does.
There we go. And that is the end of my turn. Your turn.
The issue I have now is that I only have 2 pipes left. Really, I need to get down to the centre because if I don't, then I'm not going to be able to get those 6
points.
It's an easy 6 points. Yeah. I could have used some more blue to be able to fulfil a few more orders, but unfortunately I just have no way at this point to get them. No. I don't have enough pipes to put down. I really don't have any other choice. No. So that's an easy choice. I'm going to do that. So I'm going to put that pipe there. So there's a titanium under there, which I'm going to take. Also get 2 titanium for activating the building, which come into my hold. And then I will... so you get a hydrocarbon.
I do not. It's not in my network.
It's not in your network. I do beg your pardon.
That's the problem with it. I've spent actions and resources purchasing it. It's worth a lot of it. It's worth a lot of points because it's 5. Yeah, sure. But it brings me nothing else. No. So
I can move drone number 3 if I wish. Drone number 3 could... not really much. Drone number 3 can do it at this stage. There's really not anything I don't think that drone number 3 can
I think you kind of like... you have a silicium. You've got a load of drones around there. 1, 2, 3... Yeah, it's still
could have
quite
done some kind of pre-activation, but not really.
You could move it down here, pick up this pollution, buy that for 1, which is your final silicium, eventually. That could be an idea. So 3 extra points plus a cube.
3 extra points. That's not a bad idea, actually. And I wouldn't have thought to do that, Jamie, so you shouldn't help me out.
I need to stop talking, which is my critical weakness, talking too much, but there you go.
Okay, so I will move drone number 3 here and load up. Okay. Which means I don't get the bonus from the drone being there, but it only costs 3. I've got 1. You've got the majority anyway. I can't catch you up on that.
I was going to... Yeah, I kept 2 for that reason.
Yeah. So that's 3 points for me.
Fair enough. So 3 points.
Yeah. And that also means that I get to draw up 1 final cube from that building in this. So, hey, there's 2. That's a total of 5 points.
It's, it's not nothing.
It's worth it. I can't fulfill that order, unfortunately. My order strategy didn't go as well as I'd hoped. That's it. That's the end of my turn.
Okay then. So, I have a pipe, and there's really not much I can do with this pipe. I won't be able to get the majority out of that for titanium. If you keep those cubes, I won't be able to get it. I could actually do that. Because that will get me a water, of which you have none currently.
No.
And that will give me the majority on water, so I will do that. So I will activate this literally just to get me that.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that. So I will get 1 silicium and 1 butter. There it is.
Okay, lovely.
Drone number 3, where has he gone to? He is... where did you go? 1, 2... Oh, he's there. There's not much he can do right now. All I'm going to do is draw up. There's really not much you can do. It's not worth... If I was first player, I could go down to the core and have him pick up one of those cubes, so you didn't get one, but you will be drawing first, so it's no difference whatsoever. No pollution to pick up. He will stay where he is.
Okay. All right, final turn. I'm going to pre-activate drone number 4.
Okay.
I don't lose my majority from doing that, so that's cool. Drone number 4 is going to move here and load up.
Okay.
My stupid fat fingers. There we go. So, drone 4 is loaded up. Final pipe is going to go down onto...
Obviously.
Into the centre here. That is going to get me a little token there. And also I get 6 points for being for second. So give me my 6 points.
77.
There we go. This is going to be really, really tight. I think you're probably going to win.
I might just edge out.
Just. And then drone number 4 is going to do the regular action, bringing back that final cube, and there we go.
Okay.
That is the end of my turn. You have your final turn.
Okay then. Well, my final turn is literally to draw up one water cube. Oh,
you don't have a titanium. You could have done that final thing.
Yeah. Sadly, I do not, but there you go.
That's how it crumbles, I guess.
Actually, sorry, no, I activated that one. Sorry, I took a water cube by accident. Should have been. I only have one of each now, so I still can't do it. Yeah. But you know, majorities and all that. And so number 4, I could have. Sorry, I had that titanium. If you'll excuse me, I'm actually going to pre-activate drone number 4 because I would have had that from the turn before. Okay. I'm going to drop down here and pick up another cube. Then obviously draw up the water, move back here, drop that into my hold. There we go. That's about as optimized as I can get. That's it. That's done. That's the end of the round.
That's it. That's the end of the round, and that is the end of the game.
So we have just the final draw up phase. So we'll start with the core.
Yep.
So you have 3, I have 3. Normally, when there's not enough resources, you take 1, I take 1. There we go.
Yep, so
I need to start
each player will take in turn, in order of turn, a cube.
Apart from the buildings that we own, where we may take as many cubes as we own. And I will do that. Doop. There we go. Cube down. Anyway, so that is not what you took from there as well, and there?
Yes.
Great. So that is the end of the game.
Yep.
Okay. Now, normally what we'd also do during that final draw-up stage is if we own buildings with any pollution on it, once again, I own this building, but I'm not connected to it, therefore it does not bother me.
Yeah.
Normally you would drop any leftover pollution, not from your drones, but only from the buildings that you own.
Yes.
Both of us have managed to avoid that situation, so we're cool.
Yeah.
So then we can go into the points.
Yeah. Just a quick sort of add-on here, because this is in the French game that I played with Olivier. I actually had a strategy where I bought all the buildings on the final round, or as many as I could afford, and then just cut them all off from my network.
Yes, you can
do that.
So
I got the points, but then didn't draw up all the Tollens at the end of the game, which is a thing that
Which is not something we've done here, because we haven't needed to. But once again, titanium can be spent to broke pipes, whether yours or other people's. So, it can be very good. So, points-wise, where should we start?
So, points, we'll start with majorities.
Okay.
So, majority for Solissim is you.
It's
so
me, so that's 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Majority for water, that's 3 points.
I'll take these out because we don't need them afterwards. So I have 1 water cube.
Yep.
So that's 3 points. 1, 2, 3.
Hydrocarbon, that's you as well. Okay. That's 3. Now, there may be a slight difference in the rules here. Now, hydrocarbons in the original version of the rules was...
used to be 1 point each.
You used to have to pay 1 hydrocarbon cube per space you wanted to move your drone. We found it kind of made the game a bit too clunky and made hydrocarbons not interesting enough to use. So in terms of majorities, the end of the game, we'll have to ask the author on this. I think it may have only been reduced to 1 point for the person that has a majority. I'm going to let you have the 3 anyway, because why not? So you have the majority for hydrocarbons. Tollens is not... There's no majority for that.
You get titanium, however.
I do get the titanium majority, so that's 3 points for me, and that's it.
Okay. Yep, agreed.
So, now in terms of majority for orders,
you get
that's
that,
most definitely me.
Okay.
And then that's it, we just count these up. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 points.
8, 10, 16, so I get 32 points.
30. Yeah, if you have 16 cubes.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and you get how many?
I have 16.
16.
16 points.
Oof,
I have 8 cubes, so. Ooh,
not far off. Only
just.
7 points in it. Damn.
Wow. Yeah,
Wow.
that's probably the closest game of Titan I've ever
That's
played.
been very close. So that is a 4-2 player game of Titan.
Yeah.
As you can see, this game plays well, whether it be 1 to 5 players, as
Yeah.
it's available in the Kickstarter. The fact that we reduce this space on the board means that no matter how many players you're at, you are fighting for space.
Yeah.
This was a fairly clean game, you know, above the belt kind of thing.
Yeah.
We didn't mess with each other too much.
The game I played with Olivier was not like this.
No. Really, it depends on how the play group you're with and your strategy, and you know. We had a little bit we had a fair amount of interaction, but nothing too violent. But, you know, it doesn't mean it doesn't change from game to game.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you very much for watching.
Yeah.
I hope that was entertaining for you. I hope that's helped you understand Titan and the rules.
Definitely.
If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them to us in the comment section. We're more than happy to answer. Once again, as a quick reminder, everything you can see here is in its prototype form. So it is slightly subject to change, even if the majority is fixed. Thank you very much for playing with it.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much, you guys, again for watching it, for sticking through the what must be an hour and a half or something video. And we look forward to seeing you on the Kickstarter. Thank you and have a lovely day.
Yeah, bye guys.
Cheers.